morning and welcome back to my channel, and this is going to be my pickups for March 2023. Just a little quick story actually before I go into my pickups. Just over here you'll see I've got a wee CRT TV. So I had another one on top of that and I had a little bit of misfortune. I was retro gaming so hard. I was playing my NES one day. I was retro gaming so hard that the top one blew up. I absolutely shit myself. But and the missus was raging because there was smoke everywhere. But that's just a wee sad story. Anyway, move on to the pickups. So the first things aren't games. These are from Forbidden Planet, and it was Dan the Games Man. So one of his previous pickups, I can't remember what, I think it was yeah, I think it was a pickups video. He mentioned that Forbidden Planet was having a sale on books. So I ordered 3, but only 2 have arrived at the moment and 1's still waiting to be delivered, which is fine. So the first one I got is Far Cry Absolution. So obviously based on Far Cry 5, which Far Cry 5 is a brilliant game. But this is obviously takes place in the same world as it. I've not read it obviously. I don't know when I will read it, but really cool to have that. That was only, I think that was $2.99, maybe $3.99. So that's really cool. And the other one is The Art of Castlevania Lords of Shadows. This is a fantastic book, this is brilliant. I do really like the Castlevania Lords of Shadow games. I've played the first one. I've just picked up the second one not too long. I think it was last month I picked it up. I've not played it yet. But yeah, I think they're really cool games. It's kind of Castlevania done in a kind of God of War clone kind of style. But the art book is absolutely brilliant. Stunning art book. I'm looking forward to getting through the second game. Like I said before, I don't think they're held in much high regard as compared to the 2D counterparts, but I think they're class. What next? So now we'll move on to some Chuba gifts, Chuba trades. So I got this bundle here from the Gearfest. Oh, that'll start an argument. The Gearfest man on YouTube, Roger Retro Gamer. So I sent him a picture of some Xbox games that I was putting into up in the loft. And he picked one out that he wanted, and he only wanted one. And Jesus Christ, you want to see the stuff he sent? He sent me tons of stuff. I think he sent me 6 games. 6 games for 1 game. That's mad. Roger, you're a gent. That is so kind of you. That's mental. But this game here is the one I picked. So he sent me pictures of all his doubles. And I never give people games to receive games. I just give people games because I'm literally not going to play them. They're all going into storage or whatever, and I'd rather people play them or people put them into their collection that want them. But he sent a picture, and this is the game that I picked. And the reason I picked this is it's an iToy game, but I don't really play iToy. But I picked it because it was Ape Escape, and Ape Escape's a staple of the PS1, PS2 era. Brilliant games. I've never played the iToy version. It looks very, very kiddie, but I just really wanted it as part of the collection. It's all nice and complete as well. So that's cool, I got that. But it didn't stop there, he sent me 6 games, so that's mad. But I'll show the other ones just now. So this one here I've got already, but it's fine because this is one of my favourite games. I've mentioned it just recently on the 52 game challenge video that I did, and it's Modern Warfare 2. Absolutely class. The best Call of Duty game in my opinion. I absolutely love this. Me and my friend put hours and hours into this game and platinum it. Fantastic, brilliant game. Next one is F1 Championship Edition. I've never played an F1 game ever. I think maybe I've played demos of it back in the PS1 days, sorry. But I do have a friend actually His name's Joe, and he's got like a racing rig, and he started doing Twitch and things like that. So I'll plug his channel in the description if you're into like racing rig kind of gaming and things like that, then go and give him a wee shout. But yeah, it looks class. I've just never played F1, and my dad's a big F1 fan. He loves F1, but I think, and I know Ross Barhaw, he's been playing a lot of F1 as well. So maybe I'll give it a bash and put an F1 game on my tower this year. Next one as well, actually, we were talking about Ross Barhaw. He was playing a game not too long ago for the N64, and I could have swore that this game got released in the N64. Like, I've seen I remember back in the day, I've seen countless adverts and magazines, things like that for this game, and it came out to PS1 as well. And the game is 40 Winks. I remember this coming out in N64. Like, it's like, what do you call it? The Manchurian effect, is that what you call it? I can't remember. But yeah, I remember this being released in N64, but it never did. It never did, and Ross corrected those on it, and he was right enough. But he has it on N64. I don't know if it's like a bootleg kind of thing, I don't know. Or if it was an actual release, just by a third company maybe. But anyway, it looks really cool. I never played it. I think I played the demo of it way back in the day as well. And it was like it is a 3D platformer. You get to transform into different characters, things like that. And the back here says, fight as a ninja, transform into a robot or a monster. So cool. Ace to have another PS1 game in the collection there. And then it's like 2 Mega Drive games. This game is part of Ollie's. Was it the most recent one? No, that's Wonder Boy. This was recently in Ollie's 8-Bit Boy UK's Master System Challenge, but I've got it here on the Mega Drive, and it's Sonic Spinball. Class, brilliant. I've never played this game, but I'd imagine it is pretty cool. But it's always nice to get a Mega Drive game. I don't get many Mega Drive games, so amazing. Cheers, emoji. And then this one here, I was gifted this game as well a while ago, but it was for the NES from Mark Geordie Slasher, and now I've got it on the Mega Drive. Is that right? Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm sure it was. I'm sure he sent it on the NES. Now I've got it on the Mega Drive, and I've only heard good things about this. Anybody who's played it loves it. I haven't played it yet, but I need to give it a wee go now. And it's NBA Jam. So all these 6 games for one game is incredibly kind of you, Roger. So thank you very much. But it didn't stop there. I'm now a proud owner of a Buttercup bead art, and I've got a wee Sonic. Look at that. How class is he? He's going to take pride in place. I don't know where I'm going to put him yet, but I'm going to put him somewhere. He's always on show. I don't know, maybe up there or something. I'll stick him up there. Or stick him on the side of the TV, but it won't be on show. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Tough to have one of these wee things now as well. Thank you very much, Buttercup. The next was from Scott Glory Hunter. Again, I was passing on some games because they were going into storage anyway, and he sent a picture of his doubles, and there was one game there that I thought might be a bit pricey, but I don't know if it is pricey. But I remember it was one of those kind of games that were like hidden gems or slept on games people forgot about. And I asked him if I could have that, and he said aye, absolutely no bother. And that game is Majin in the Forsaken Kingdom, and it looks really cool. It looks very kind of, I've watched like a trailer of it now, and it looks really like a Pixar kind of thing. It looks like Pixar does The Last Guardian. It looks really cool. Looking forward to giving this a blast as well. And it's all nice and complete with a wee bit of bubble wrap in there as well, just to protect it. And then the other one I picked up because I thought, I was watching Gaming Off the Grid and they were playing what I thought was this game, but it's not this game. They were playing it on the N64, and it's Gauntlet 7 Sorrows, but they were playing Gauntlet Dark something, I think, on the N64. But still, happy to have Gauntlet on the PS2, because me and Jay have been playing some co-op recently, and this looks like it could be a really cool co-op game to play together as well. So Scott, Glory Hunter, thank you very much for them. And the next one came from a friend on Facebook. A friend on Facebook and a friend on Twitter. We follow each other on there as well. And he posts up a lot of screens of shots of what he's playing at the moment. And I'll copy his Twitter page in the comment description as well. But I sent him a couple of 360 games because he is also going for a full set of 360. And I passed these games over, and he sent me this game here, which is Vanishing Point on the PlayStation. This game looks really cool. Again, I remember seeing this back in the day, and I thought it looked like a really cool racer with really nice graphics. But again, it didn't stop there, because inside he sent bonus items. He sent The Incredibles on the Game Boy Advance. So these will go into my loose cart. Bring Us the Girl, Wipe Away the Debt tin. So we've got Incredibles. And then we've got this little multi-cart. So it's got Millipede, Lunar Landing, and Super Breakout. You're not going to see that properly, but cool. 2 new Game Boy Advance games. And he also sent Ridge Racer on the PSP Japanese version. Loose UMD. It's actually in the PSP at the moment. That's why I can't show it. But really cool. Ridge Racer on the PSP is brilliant, and now I've got it on. And now I've got the Japanese version as well. But really nice to have this as well. All nice and complete. So thank you very much, Michael McMillan. I'll post his Twitter account in the description as well. I should be taking notes, because I'm going to forget everybody. And then the last gifts I got was from the one and only Feed Me Chicken. So he sent me up a bunch of Wii games here, games that I haven't played before, but interested to play as well. Because I do, so this first one I do like arcade racers and things like that, so he sent me Nitro Bike. Looks really cool. I've watched a trailer of it, I've watched a gameplay vid, and it's got like loads of fast action in it. It looks really nice. Next one is Boom Blocks. So this is really interesting. A Steven Spielberg EA game. I'm sure I've heard somebody talk about this, but I've never played it. I bet you it's addictive as hell. I'm going to give this a go at some point soon-ish. I do like. Is it a platformer or is it I think it's only a puzzler. Over 300 levels set in 5 action-packed worlds. Take on single player or multiplayer co-op and versus game. Looks cool. I'm going to give that a bash. And then the next one is a game that is a family staple in the house. That we love playing these, and it's Mario Party 9. Mario Party 8. We didn't really get on with Mario Party 8 on the Wii, but 9 does look a lot better. We do play a lot of the Superstar. I think it's called Superstars on the Switch. That's a great game. That's like a remix of it's like a greatest hits collection of Mario Parties. But really happy to have Mario Party 9, and we'll definitely get some use out of that. So that is all the trades and gifts I got from fellow tubers and friends. So next I'll go on to game. So game, my favourite thing in the world at the moment is games 3 for 2. And I've spent a wee bit too much money actually within the last kind of month. Some of them were actually from last month and I forgot to add them in, but into last month's pick-up videos. But the games 3 for 2 is brilliant, man. It's so good. Like you just know that a game is going to eventually come to 3 for 2. So I'm kind of waiting patiently for Atomic Heart, because I think that's going to go 3 for 2. But we'll jump into the most recent ones I got, which is 3 PS 5 games. So the first one was The Pathless. I think this was a release game on the PS5, and I'm pretty sure it's out on the Switch and things like that as well. Looks really nice. It's got kind of nice artwork, and the videos that I've seen, it looks kind of like fast paced and stuff, so I'm quite looking forward to giving that a go. I don't think it doesn't look like a long game either. It looks like a nice kind of playthrough. Next one I got was because I was talking to Chili recently, and he mentioned this game here, and I told him I would actively go out and find it, and it's cool that it's part of the 3 for 2, and it's Outriders. So I know that Betty Horde playing it, he played this as well, and I watched a bit of gameplay of it when he was streaming it. Looks really cool. My only kind of worry about these kind of games is when I played Destiny with my brothers, and like Modern Warfare and Fortnite and that with my pals, like they really consume you. You just you put so many hours into it, and you kind of get taken away from all your other games. But I think maybe playing through this, even just to do the story, and if Chili wants to jump in, then we can smash our way through that. It does look really good. And then the last one of the 3 for 2 here is The Quarry. So I'm really surprised this came to the 3 for 2 I think fairly quickly, but chuffed to have it. And everyone on the 52, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people on the 52 Game Challenge group have played this and they love it. I think they all went through it multiple times as well. So happy to have this, and I'm going to get all these games together for October. All these style of games, like what was it, Devil in Me? I still need to get that, but aye, chuffed to have The Quarry. The next 3 for 2. These ones I got in Glasgow when I went to pick up Call of Duty 3, and I forgot to put them in the pickups last month. And it is Dragon Quest 11. Echoes of an Elusive Age. Big massive RPG. I've played 2 RPGs this year. Maybe one and a half. I don't know if Crisis Core is an RPG or if it's like an action kind of game. But this looks really cool, man. I've never played a Dragon Quest game. I've played a little bit of 8, the Cursed King, I think it's called. But I mean, I've got so many RPGs to play now. I've got this and I've got Tales of Arise, so there's going to be a coin flip at some point to see which one I venture into next. But happy to have Dragon Quest there. We get Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX. Good old classic Master System game this. Well, that's when I first played it. I don't know if you can... It looks really nice graphics, nice cartoony kind of graphics, so I know what to expect with an Alex Kidd game. And then this one was... Who played this recently? Mark Jordy Slasher played this one recently and said it was a pretty cool kind of horror game. And it's In Sound Mind. At the back of it does look quite creepy and quite dark, eerie, so that looks quite cool actually. Give that a go at some point. The next 3 for 2. First one was from Paul Ike Northerner. He played one of these games. I think he didn't play all 3. I think he played one. Maybe he did play all 3, I'm not sure. But it's Assassin's Creed Chronicles. So this is the 2D Assassin's Creed games, which looks absolutely brilliant. I've really got into my Assassin's Creed games of recent years. Again, I've not played a lot of them, but I do quite enjoy them. Like I said before, the only thing I don't like about it is the modern day take, the modern day group that are looking for the Assassin's Creed through historical events, things like that. I get the link, I get that's the whole story of it, but I just like being in that time period, whichever game it is, and just getting involved in it without being pulled out into Abstergo, I think it was called. But anyway, this looks class. 2D, so you've got China, India and Russia. Russia looks ace, so that will probably be the first one that I play. But really cool to have that. Next one, I can't remember who I've seen play this. I think it might have been Heaps of Games that played this, and it looked quite interesting, and I thought I'd pick it up in the 3 for 2, and it is the Ascent. Looks like a kind of a isometric shooter kind of thing, kind of like Diablo, I think. Again, I've not played Diablo, but it looks like that kind of graphical and camera angle. So looking forward to that one as well at some point. And then this one's a classic. Played it before on the Xbox 360, and I would definitely play it again, and I will play it again. And it's Alan Wake Remastered. Brilliant game, so good. It's likened to like Twin Peaks and Stephen King kind of novels and things like that, and it was brilliant. And the remaster looks class. I really liked when I was playing it. I liked the whole kind of torch and gunplay. That was really cool, and there was a really cool level in it where there was like a gig kind of thing, like a stage set up and the music playing and all that. It's a brilliant game. Really looking forward to playing through that again. And then this next game bundle I got was when we went to Edinburgh, and I managed to jump into a game up there, and these 3 games jumped out at me, so I thought I'm going to grab them. The first one here I've beaten all 3 of the games, and I've platinumed one of them, and it's BioShock Collection. Absolutely brilliant. There's not much to say that nobody else has said about BioShock games. The one that I platinumed was Infinite, and I loved Infinite, and I'm always torn between the 2, BioShock or Infinite, which is the best. And I think, yeah, I prefer Infinite, but I think BioShock 1 and the whole world of Rapture is unparalleled. I don't think that has really been beaten, but there was something about Infinite that I loved, absolutely loved. But again, BioShock 1, because of the whole Andrew Ryan thing and underwater utopia. Oh, I don't know, it's so hard. And then you get BioShock Infinite with Elizabeth and the twins. It's hard. I don't know. I can't pick my favourite out of the 2. I think Infinite edges it, but Rapture is goated. Next one I bought was a nice. In fact, I'll go that last. So the next one I got was Tormented Souls. Again, I think Geordie Slasher's done this one. Maybe Ross Bahar, and maybe Pete Fighter, I think. So it's basically a classic survival horror game. So it goes back to the kind of good old Resident Evil days. It looks really good. I'm looking forward to playing this as well. And it looks dark. It looks kind of Clive Barker-esque. It kind of looks, the cover of it with the guy just there kind of looks like, reminds me of The Suffering, you know, like just those kind of demented kind of beasties. Yeah, this will be good, man. That'll be good. The next one I got was a nice steelbook, but I've never played the game, and it's Back 4 Blood. Is it a Left 4 Dead game? I think it is. So me and Jay played through Left 4 Dead 2, I think it was last year, on co-op, and we finished it. It was really short, but this is really nice actually. A nice steelbook. Aye. I don't know if this is online only, if you can play 2 players on the same screen, which would be nice. But I don't know. I know Dad and Lads play this a lot. Well, maybe not a lot, but they played it and they got like a couple of copies of it, so they play it all together in the same room as well, which is pretty cool. But I won't do that. I've got no pals to do that with. But cool, so that was all my games. Aye, it's scary how much money you can just waste. Not wasting game, but you know what I mean. So I'll go on to the second hand shop pickups now, if I can get them around. So I've got quite a load of games here. Some good, some not so good. So the first 3 here are on the Wii. Not great games. I think one of them I've actually got. But we've got CSI, Deadly Intent. Based on obviously the TV show and things like that. but I know that Retro Chef, I'm pretty sure that he recommends these games, so I thought when I seen this, it was only £1. Most of these games are £1, to be honest. I thought I'd just pick it up. Spider-Man 3, I've already got this on the PS2, but I'd imagine it's a little bit better on the Wii. I love Marvel and I like Spider-Man, so I picked that up. And then this one, Kabuki, Cranium Kabuki. I'm pretty sure I have this one already, I don't know why I got this. I think it was a slow day, so I just picked it up. But it looks quite mad as well, kind of like, what do you call it? Mini games and things like that. But you're meant to get 3D glasses with it. Obviously, the 3D glasses aren't in here, but could be alright. Next ones I got was from the same second-hand shop, sorry, and kind of filler titles, I guess. Prince of Persia: Forgotten Sands on the 360, and Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Double Agent. So this one I've got on the Wii. I played it maybe last year or something, and I didn't like it at all, but I just think it was because it was on the Wii with the Wiimotes. I think it could be a good game. I've never finished a Splinter Cell game. I want to finish one this year, and the one I want to play is Conviction, I think it is. I saw a couple of videos of Conviction, like kind of like shots, and it looked bloody really, really good. I think there was this bit where Sam Fisher like beats up this guy in like a bathroom, a public toilet. It just looked ace. It looked really action packed, like my kind of game. So I think I'm going to do Splinter Cell Conviction. Or was it Blacklist? I think it was Conviction. So yeah, not that one. These next ones came from another second-hand shop altogether, and these were £1. Yeah, these were £1 each. I picked up the first two because of Retro Ghetto, so he, but I've completely misinterpreted it. He said don't sleep on these games, you see them, pick them up. So I picked them up because Retro Ghetto, he told me to. But I think it was more like on the PS4, you had to pick them up. So I picked these two up, thinking, oh, there's going to be a good trade credit in these, but there's not really. And it's Skylanders games, so the ones we get Supercharged and Spyro's Adventure. So yeah, I got them for the collection at least. Next one we got was UFC 2009 Undisputed and Star Wars Kinect. I've never ever touched Kinect, never played Kinect, but that looks quite cool actually. Just on the back, the screenshots in the back. But I just don't like jumping about like a dafty. I don't like jumping around with Wiimotes. I don't like jumping around in the VR. Like when I play the VR, I like to hold a controller and just play it. With the exception of Beat Saber. I don't mind looking like an idiot playing that because that's a class game. And then we also picked up Time Crisis 4 for the PS3. Now I've already got this, but I've got this in the Raisin Storm. So in Raisin Storm you get Time Crisis Raisin Storm, and you get Time Crisis 4, and you get Time Crisis, not Time Crisis. That's going to annoy me now because I've just played it and did a short on it. Dead Pirates? I think it's Dead Pirates. Completely wrong probably. But yeah, you get 3 different games in that. But it's cool to have that kind of individually as well now. So another 2, so these were all £2 and one was £3. So the £2 games was Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. The missus loves a wee bit of Spyro. She's not played games in a long time, but she does like Spyro, so I've got a good couple of Spyro games for her to play now as well, if she ever wanted to play some games. SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of the Flying Dutchman for PS2. Looks like a game maybe Jay would play, but again I don't know because he's 9 going on 19, so we'll see if he's interested in playing SpongeBob. This one I got purely for flipping, and it's Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It was £2 and you get an £8 trade-in value for that. So that's why I got that. I don't even know if I've got it, but I don't mind not having it, so I don't mind trading it. And this one was really cool. £3 this was, but it's a nice Alien vs Predator steel tin for the 360. Really cool. Steel tin, steelbook, sorry. Really cool steelbook. You get the Predator there, Alien, and it's all nice and complete as well. So that's really nice to add to my kind of steelbook collection. In fact, my steelbook collection's in the loft because I just don't know how to display my steelbooks. But one day when I get a nice house, a bigger game room, I can display all the nice things I have. At the moment, I can't. So that was cool. And then, this was in one of my local second-hand shops for £1 as well, and this gets £12 to trade in, but I'm not going to trade this one, I'm going to keep it. Even though I don't agree with the subject matter, but it looks quite cool actually, and it's bully for the 360. Yeah, it's got £12 trade credit, so I've got a whole bunch of games here that I was considering trading in. And I was talking to Jim Pixel not long ago because there's a big hitter up in Glasgow CEX, but he since told me that it doesn't have a manual and it's quite bad condition, so I'm not going to go for that. But I thought about trading in a shed load of stuff to get this one item, but I'm not going to do that just now. I've kind of went off the idea, so I'm going to be keeping this anyway. And then we also got 2 Forza games, which were £2 each. Sorry, £3 each. It's Forza Motorsport 6. And I don't have any Forza games on the Xbox One actually. So Motorsport 6. This is the kind of more Gran Turismo sim-like games. And then you've got Forza Horizon 3, which is the big open world, mad kind of do-it-yourself kind of things. I know that Dad and Lads loves these games as well, and they're highly recommended, not just by him but by a whole bunch of people. But looks like a big undertaking. But anyway, that is all my games for this month. What's that there? So anyway guys, thank you all very much for watching and take care. Cheers.